Hello, co-workers. I am Angeline, the nursing assistant. Welcome back to Informative Friday. Hi, co-workers. Let's get this homework out the way. If you are new to my channel, just tuning in, please check out some of my other videos. And if you like what you see, if my video give you any insight, please subscribe. And if you guys been rocking with me, already subscribed, please hit that like button, put a comment, put an emoji. You know, guys, put something. Let me know me and you are, right here. Anyway, you guys, without further ado, let's get into this Informative Friday. As y'all have seen the title of this video, so you know where we going. So you guys, I'm going to give you some valuable information that will help you get through this your CNA final exam, your state exam. So what I have done, I have wrote down little tricks. Well, not tricks. We're not tricking nobody, but little hints and little information that will help you get through this test with a breeze. So you guys, I will be kind of looking down because I actually wrote down little hints, quite a few to be honest, because I didn't want to forget anything. So I will be looking down on my notes, trying to let you guys know how to get through this CNA test. Okay, so let's get into it. You guys, these tips are not in any particular order. Once I thought of it, I just wrote it down, so they are not in any particular order. Okay, so the first thing I was saying is do not overthink. You know, sometimes when we're taking tests and stuff, we overthink. We see this answer, then we see another answer, then we'll say, well, what is they talking about this? Or what are they talking about that? If they talking about this, then it should be that. But if they thinking, do not overthink. Don't overthink anything. Read the question and take it for what the question say. Do not saying, what if they saying this or whatever. So first tip, do not overthink your answer. Matter of fact, do not overthink anything. Second tip, try to stay calm. I know this may be hard to do, but try to stay as calm as you can. Talk to yourself. Take deep breath. Breathe in. Sometimes that will calm you down, but try your best to stay calm. Okay? And also, remember what you learned in your class. When you're doing your procedure, think about how you did in class and try to remember the steps that you did in class. Okay? Keep what I think about as far as your gloves, when to put on your gloves. Keep yourself safe. Think about keeping myself safe. What do I need to do to keep myself safe? So when you think about yourself, You know you're going to need gloves. Whatever the procedure is, think about what do I need to keep myself safe. Therefore, you can kind of remember, I need to put on my glove. Or if you're doing mouth care, I need to put on my mask in case some fluid or something come out. So try to think of yourself. Think, what do I need to keep myself safe, so you can pick the right protection equipment for you for that particular procedure or that particular skill. That kind of helped me thinking about myself. Okay? When doing your skills, take your time. Do not rush. Yes, most of your skill will have a time limit, but don't get so anxious where you just running through, because when you do that, that's when you make these silly little mistakes. You forget to do certain things because you're thinking about, I only have 30 minutes. I got to hurry up and do that. So try to stay calm and take your time. And also, what will help you is verbalize what you are doing. It's okay to verbalize your step. And a lot of times, verbalizing your step will help you not miss any step, will help you keep track of what you are doing. So when doing your step, verbalize your step. I'm washing my hands. I'm putting on my gloves. I'm doing care. You know. So verbalize each step that you're doing. And before you complete, before you tell the instructor or the tester or whoever that will be doing the test, before you tell them that your skill is completed, think, run through what you have done. And if you have made any mistake, you let the person know, say, hey, you know, I made a mistake. I skipped the step. Before I wash my hand, or before I put on my gloves, I didn't let you know that I washed my hand. So before I put on my glove, I'm going to wash my hand for 20 seconds and then let them know. Make sure if you need to correct anything before you say my skill is complete, make sure you kind of scan through your mind and see, did you miss anything? Because you can go back and let them know that it was a mistake made, and you can verbalize or show them the correct way. So, because we all make mistakes, they know you know, it's uneasy, you kind of tense, you know, they watching you doing what you need to do. So make sure you, before you say complete, make sure you go back and make sure that you did everything correct. Okay, this kind of piggyback on the last tip I gave you. Wash your hand. And in washing your hand, it is required for you to wash your hand for 20 seconds. And believe me, they are timing you, because hand washing is very important. This is the first defense against spreading germs, spreading microorganisms. So they are very strict on hand washing. So make sure you wash your hand 20 seconds. It's okay if you go over, but at least 20 seconds. So this is very important. Another thing that that's important. When you going in a patient room, you knock on the door. You just don't barge in. Just for courtesy, this is their home away from home. So you would knock on the door, you would introduce yourself, and you will also let the patient know what you are going to do or why you are entering their room. So if you going in to do a bed bath, you would say, knock on the door, say your name, introduce yourself, let them know your title. I'm Angeline, your CNA. I'm here, Mr. Whoever, to do a bed bath. And also, always check your badge. Well, his wrist, his identification. Make sure you're where you're supposed to be. Make sure this is the patient that you are supposed to do this particular procedure on. So make sure you check their wristband, their identification, to know that this is the patient that you need to be working with. That's very, very important. Also, something they will be looking at when you are actually doing your skill, you will raise the bed up at a comfortable position when you're doing your skill. You don't want to have the bed lowered and you bending all over. This is a safety risk for you. So you also have to think about you and what's comfortable for you. So in doing certain skills, you will raise the bed up so you can properly do the skill and keep yourself safe. And when you finish the skill, you need to put everything back in its place, everything back where it's supposed to be. You will never ever throw dirty linen on the floor. You would need a bag or whatever. Most of the time it'd be a plastic bag. You would put your linen in that bag. You never would throw dirty linen on the floor. And before you leave, you should ask the patient, is there anything else that they need? For example, turn on the TV, need a magazine, need another blanket, just small stuff like that. Just ask the patient, is there anything else you need before I leave? And before you leave, make sure that the call light is in its proper place. That is very important. Make sure the call light is in reach for the patient can call if she needs something, and the call light should be at her reach. Okay, you guys, like I told you, these tips are not in any particular order. I wrote them down as I thought of them. And one thing also, when you're doing a procedure, don't forget to close your curtain. Pull your curtain in case somebody, although you have the door closed, still pull your curtain for the patient privacy, because sometimes visitors may come in, they just may open the door, and if your curtain is not closed, then your patient is exposed. So you also have to protect your patient privacy. So don't forget to close your curtain while you're doing your procedure. Also, one thing you can also do that I didn't mention earlier, before you leave or when you come into the room, you can ask your patient, is they in any pain? So you need to know this information so you can report it back to your nurse. And also, if you see anything abnormal on the patient body or anything, you will report that to your nurse. Okay. Next thing I got wrote down is very, very important. When the instructor tells you what procedure you're doing, make sure you gather all of your supplies. Make sure you have everything that you need. Matter of fact, in gloves, get extra gloves, extra towels. Because if you're doing a bed bath, you have to change your towels. Get more than enough. And gloves, because you also have to change out your glove. And when you change out your glove, you're supposed to wash your hand in between. Now, if you have a tip, once you wash your hand when you first come in with the soap and water and all of that, when you switching out your glove, you can just use a hand sanitizer to wash your hand in between. You do not have to go back to the sink and do the whole full wash, 20-second wash again. Just grab you some hand sanitizer and rub it in and put on some clean gloves and continue with your procedure. Remember, co-workers, you will have a time limit on your skill. I'm thinking from when I took it, I'm thinking it was about 30 minutes. May be different now, but you will have a time limit. So, work quickly. Work quickly, but do not rush, do not panic, because when you panic and rush, you make these silly mistakes. Silly mistakes that you knew, but because you're concentrating on the time, you skip a step. So be very careful not to rush. Okay? Stay calm. Be confident. Make sure you have all of your supplies. One thing that I didn't mention, never call your patient pet names. And what I mean about pet name, sweetie, honey, baby, do not call them those pet names. Call them Mrs., Mr., or whatever the patient prefer you to call. You can ask them, what would you like to call for me to address you as? But never use these pet names. They may be endearing to you, but do not use that on your patient. And most important, wash your hand. Wash your hand before and after. Everything. Wash your hand before and after. Everything. They are looking at your hand washing. And you guys take these tips, and I guarantee you, you will pass your exam with flying colors. Good luck on your test. Co-workers, you got this. You got this. Subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss not one of my videos. Not one. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's get it started.